All right. Hello, knockouts. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Listen, we about to get this show cracking. This is my first time coming live on this channel in a minute. Hey, Trini. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I just sent out the message to the people on my mailing list, so you should be coming over. I'm going to turn on the phone lines because we are going to be discussing Kanye West. And we're going to be talking about Kanye West and what's this guy's name? Nick Cannon. Listen, tonight's broadcast is titled, Where the White Women's At? Because I want to know where they at. Now that we being asked to boycott and stand up for a brother and all this other stuff, I want to know where they at. Where they showing up at? Where are they coming forward? Hey, Ancola. Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to know where they're at. Where are they? I want to know. All right, give me 1 second. Let me turn on the phone lines. Welcome in while everybody's coming in. Somebody saying I look pretty. Thank you. I just put on my wrap on Facebook. So thank you. Let me get my, I'm just logging in. Welcome in. Hey, Pinky. Welcome, welcome. They waiting on their check. I know that's right. All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I need somebody to test the phone line so I know that they are up. I need someone to test the phone lines, 323-488-3149. All right. I need someone to test it so I make sure that it's operating correctly. 323-488-3149. Thank you, Pinky. I wish I could pin that but we don't have a way to pin it here. YouTube and Facebook are so very different. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody's saying I'm looking stunning. Okay, let's see. All right. Hello? Hello?
Minneapolis in the house, loud and clear.
Okay, give me 1 second. It's not connecting to the speaker. Let me get the Bluetooth on. Thank you for testing this out with me real quick. I always need one guinea pig. Welcome, Desiree. If this is your first time watching, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I ain't always so confrontational, but we're about to get into it tonight. All right, let's connect this to... I feel like it's not connecting. Come, let me turn on the... Let's see if we could find a device. Come on. Connect. All right, it's connected. Hello?
Minneapolis in the house, loud and clear.
Okay, we got Minneapolis. Minneapolis is in Minnesota, right?
That's correct. This is where George Floyd transitioned.
Oh, wow, where he was murdered. Yes. All right. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you to everyone who has my book. Thank you to everybody who contributes to my broadcast monthly with a monthly contribution by going over to TonyaTKO.com/podcast and contributing anywhere from 99 cents to $19.99 a month. When you participate at the $19.99 level, I write you and I get your audio to be a part of the episode, so you get to give your opinion in the podcast episodes for $19.99 a month. So listen, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. So tonight we're talking about Nick Cannon and Kanye West. And I want to know, where's the white women's at? I want to know. So what's your name on the line right now? What's your name?
Matthias.
Your name is Matthias?
Yes.
Okay, and what pronoun do you want to be referred to as? He, she, they?
New creation.
Okay, so I just like, all right, new creation. All right. So Matthias is on the line. What is your take on this whole, now Black women are being asked to protest and come forward and all the and get their boys? What's your thoughts on this? I want to know, Matthias.
Well, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not the best speaker, so forgive me for not being a wordsmith. But right off the bat, you said, how do I feel about Black women being wearing the cape?
Yeah, being asked to come out now and put on our mighty capes and save the day.
I think it should be done only with discretion. Only with discretion, because a lot of times Black women are wearing a cape for people who will not reciprocate.
Do you think Kanye would reciprocate wearing a cape to save Black women?
Absolutely not. If he was going to reciprocate, it would show up in the way that he would want to keep his genes passing on. So I feel like he's participating in genetic annihilation. So what reciprocation would look like for him would be wanting to create another person like his mother who died, a Black woman.
Oh,
But he didn't take that route.
Okay, all right, okay. Has anybody seen Kanye come forward to defend any Black woman? Has anybody seen it? Have you seen it?
Me or
anyone? Has anyone seen it? Have you seen it? Has anybody seen it?
I haven't seen it. I only see gesturing in his bodies of work, hypersexualized imagery and artwork. I don't see anything like that. Looks like what his mom was, what, African American studies major?
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't really seen anything like in depth as far as like she representing all the superpowers that Black women possess.
Oh,
Just sex energy, and that's it.
When Black women are being downgraded in the media and disrespected, when dark-skinned women are being called all types of stuff, when Lil Wayne wrote Beautiful Black Queen, I bet that BITCH looked better red. Did we see Nick Cannon come out? Did Nick Cannon come out and defend Black women?
No.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Nathia, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to open up the phone lines for other people to give their opinion too. Okay, thank you.
All right, waiting on my vitamin E.
You're waiting for vitamin E.
Next batch.
Oh, okay.
After the corona.
Oh, okay. All right. Talk to you later.
All right, later.
All right, so the phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I want to hear from the next person because I think that it is, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's happening. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Marie.
Hi, Marie. So what's your thoughts on Black women being called forward to put the cape on?
Girl, I'm laughing so hard I don't know what to do. I promise you, Tonya, I don't know what to do.
Talk to us. So what's your thoughts? You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
Because, from Wesley Snipes saying what he said, up to now what Nick Cannon has done, and all these other big guys, they're like, oh, I gotta get a red bone, and one guy friend of mine, he really hurt my heart. I'm a dark complected sister, and he said he felt as though white women and light-skinned Black women were perfection, and I let him know that he was incorrect, and how devastating I was to hear those words come out of his mouth. But
wow,
yeah, all in all, I don't think any of us gonna be running to help any of them.
So what did Wesley Snipes say? I must have missed that memo.
What
did Wesley Snipes say?
It was back in the 80s. I was a young girl, and some of my mom's friends were talking about a statement he had made about Black women. And it was a negative statement. I can't recall it, but I'll do the research and find it.
Okay.
And it was something he had said about us, and Black women in general, that was negative.
Wow.
I'm always preaching that we need, as Black women, our Black kings to protect us, to stand up for us. And I believe that the only way, I may be wrong when I say this, the only way a black man can truly be himself is if he has that strong black female model somewhere in his life.
Okay. Well, Kanye had a strong black female mother in his life. So that means he's at his fullest expression then, right?
Now, Kanye was just jacked up from the beginning, Sugar. He was, I mean, even when he first came out, I used to be like, oh, yeah, I'm really digging Kanye, Now, no. Because he's all over the map.
I know, but he has mental health issues. So we can't really fault him for having mental health issues, right?
I'm so sorry. Look here, his mental health issues began when he got with Kim Kardashian. Now, she need to be getting her husband some help, because, honey, I'm not finna do it.
Wait a minute. Who am I on the phone with all of a sudden the country done came out? What is happening? What type of accent is that? I need to know. Oh, my Lord.
I'm from Mississippi.
That just came out of nowhere. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you think he was just fine before he got on with Kim Kardashian, and all of a sudden he went into the sunken place.
Exactly.
So you think his tweets are right?
No. You can't trust anything that come out that man's mouth. He's like a darker clone of Donald Trump.
You think he's a clone too now?
He's a darker clone of Donald Trump, the president,
I have noticed that they've been battling for the news cycle today. So, all right, okay. Because Trump said he's going to send federal troops now on the ground in Chicago to go gift people up. And then Kanye was having his tweets last night. So for those of you who don't know, you know what? I'm going to let you jump off the phone. Marie, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Marie. I'm going to let you jump off the phone, and then I'm going to tell people what's going on for those who are just coming in. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. All right. So let me just tell everybody what is going on. So basically, Nick Cannon, about a week or so ago, he is being stated to have made some anti-Semitic comments. But from the comments that I read, he was just basically saying that black people are the Israelites or the Jews or all this other stuff, right? That he was saying that. And then people were like, oh, Nick Cannon is out of order. Let's cancel him. You're on the air live, but I'm just going to put you on mute for a moment so I can finish telling everyone what happened, okay?
Okay.
All right. So people were like, oh no, this is anti-Semitic, blah, blah, blah. And then they canceled him for that. Now, if there's more statements than the one that I read, please somebody let me know what he actually said that was anti-Semitic, because from what it is that I read, that was the only statement I read of his. I don't know if there's more, but they canceled him from, Viacom canceled him from that Nick Cannon school thing, right? And then he started saying, oh, he's unapologetic. He meant what he said. And then he was like demanding that Viacom give him the masters or give him the rights for, what's that show? Wild 'N Out, right? And then after that, Fox was like, we're going to take away the Masked Singer from you. And then all of a sudden he put on his tap dancing shoes and came out with this huge apology about how he's so ashamed of himself and all this other stuff, right? There we go. That's what I heard about that. Now, Kanye West, on the other hand, he's running for president. He decided to have a rally in North Carolina yesterday, or the day before yesterday, in which some white girl came on the stage to confront him about abortion, and she was like getting all riled up, and he was like trying to soothe her, hugged her at the end, and she went away feeling great. There was a dark-skinned black woman that came up there, and the dark-skinned black woman was like asking about gun violence in Chicago. He turned his back to her, didn't address her question, right? Then started rambling to the audience, and she was like trying to get him to answer the question or to not state stuff that wasn't true. And he turned around and turned on her, hollered at the girl. She got kicked off of the stage, and then from the audience he started hollering at her how she got her face covered and nobody knows who she is, made the girl pull down her mask in these corona times, and just embarrassed this girl in front of everyone, right? And now black women are coming out talking about how Kanye needs to be saved. Black people have been coming out rallying behind, talking about they're going to boycott for Nick Cannon. But Nick Cannon, the year before last, put out this show on that same radio show that he did, where he was like, white women are a prize, that they're a sign of success, and that black women have been kept from white women for so long that now they're like, where the white women at, and wanted to give white women their resources and all this other stuff. So let's go to the caller. Let's go to the caller. You're on the air live. What's your name?
I'm Desmond.
Your name is Desmond?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the line, Desmond. So what are your thoughts about this? So now I'm asking, where the white women's at? Because we've been asked to come to the forefront and put on our capes to save these two men who are not with black women, who all of their children are biracial or multi-ethnic. And I just want to know, what are your thoughts, please?
Well, first I want to say that I love you. I love your shows before anything.
Thank you. I love you too.
Second, I think that white people are not going to come out and case for them or try to protect them. It's just not going to happen. They don't have to.
So tell me why? Why not?
Well, because I think they're in the dominant society, that they're the ones that already have all the protection. Everything is geared towards them. And so there's no need for them to come out and protect people that are, I guess that they feel less than them.
Okay.
I think with a lot of black men, they always want to put down especially black women and uplift white people, but when it counts, they're never there for them, to stand up for them or do anything to help them. Yet, we're still supposed to be out here supporting them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So I want to ask people in the audience, have you seen any videos, can you forward them to me, of white women coming forward talking about how they got to save Kanye? Have you seen that? Has anyone, if you've seen it, put up a 1. If you haven't seen it, put up the number 2. I want to know. So have you seen it, Desmond?
No. In fact, what I see usually is that when any black man is in trouble or is a hashtag, white women come out against them and they speak negatively.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's another number. So if you've seen white women come out and speak negatively about them, put up a 3, because I want to know who's seen that. Because I'm stupefied now. So put up a 3 if you've seen white women come out speaking negatively against them. That's really interesting. So not only are they not coming to save them, but they're speaking negatively. Why do you think that? Oh wow, people are putting up 3s.
Yeah, it seems like they're only on their side when they're uplifting them and downing their own women. Then there's a bunch of, especially white women, that come out and say, oh yeah, black women are bitter, they're angry, they're ugly, they're hateful, all like trying to, copy everything that we have.
Okay.
But when they actually need them for actual reasons, like they're in trouble or something going on with the police, or there's no support there. It's like the opposite. Well, if you weren't a thug, then maybe the police wouldn't shoot you. Or if you would just follow the law, then the police wouldn't shoot you. I don't see any support when it actually counts. Only when it's about, physical things or looks, or when they're downing black women. Then, their kid is on.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. Oh, wow. Somebody is saying that they're saying Nick is keeping racism going. Wow. You know what? I appreciate you calling in and giving your point of view, Desmond. Thank you. Mm, mm, mm.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I want to hear your point of view about this. You're on the air live. What's your name?
Hello,
Yes. Hi. What's your name?
Cynthia. How you doing?
Hi, Cynthia. So talk to us. What are your thoughts on Nick Cannon, Kanye West, his breakdown, and how now black women are being called to come forward and save these men?
Black women are always being called forward to come save people, but nobody is being called forward to come save us. I ain't no big hip hop fan, but Megan Thee Stallion just got shot in the toe about her man she was seeing on the side. We ain't heard nothing about domestic violence and what could have happened to that woman by the black men. As a matter of fact, there have been black men going in making jokes about her getting shot. So there is no reciprocity. No matter how supportive black women are, we never get it back in return. And sometimes you get tired of being unappreciated. But Kanye West, they want to act like he been crazy. This man been a misogynist and been hating black women. I believe he mad at his black mama and Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is conflicted. He wants to have a message, and it's unpopular because he had a show before where he got canceled off. But he has to understand, if you're going to have that message and come out with it, there are going to be repercussions and consequences. Now he's conflicted in that he don't really feel black women. He really won't fight. So he's conflicted. He got some internal stuff going on, but both of them got probably some moment issues, and we don't get the love back or even a half of the support for black women by black men. And after a while, you get tired. Go get them white women to fight your fight. And somebody had wrote Kanye West or something was had enablers. If he had enablers, he picked them enablers because before he got super crazy, he chose those people to be around him. So I don't feel like we should feel guilty. We should not be slut shamed into coming and standing forward for them. Let them stand on their own. But because we are black women and black mothers, we have a commitment to black men because we have sons that they don't have for us. And we have a vested interest in making it safe for black men because of our black sons. And we don't get that back. And the men don't have that commitment for their black daughters because some of these men, a lot of these men walk away from their sons and daughters.
That's deep. So you said Kanye West is a misogynist. What makes you feel that?
Well, even when he was in his music, you listen to his lyrics, it says that, I think him and The Game had a song out talking about women, mostly black women, but he's been doing that. That ain't just came with just now. He's been had some women issues. And more specifically, I think they black women issues. Because he don't seem to find all that heat for Kim, though.
Well, you know what? I've heard people say that Kanye is a misogynist, but I haven't listened to his music before, so I don't really know what he's been misogynistic about. So what has he been misogynistic about? I haven't heard these lyrics.
Well, I really think a lot of the hip hop is not positive for black women. A lot of the songs that we sing and stuff, when we really go to dissect the lyrics, are really anti-women. So, but we sing it and act like we don't know the lyrics because there was this one song, INDEPEN, Independent, by Lil Boosie. It says, you pay for the dick. And every woman be in the club singing that song, say, well, got to do nothing for you, and we're going to break you off. But when you go to really listen to rap lyrics, they really have been degrading towards women. Oh. And most of these men are basically toward black women. But Kanye West, before it was a Kim,
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? I appreciate you calling in. If there's anybody out there who knows any Kanye lyrics that are misogynistic, please call in, let us know these lyrics. Thank you, Cynthia, for calling in.
All right, you have a great day. I'm enjoying the show.
Okay. All right, phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I know that rap music is misogynistic for the most part, but I don't know Kanye's lyrics, so I'm interested in hearing what you all know. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Let me cut the TV down. My name is Emmett. How you doing?
Hi, Innit. So what are your thoughts about what we're talking about?
Whew. Okay, I got a lot to delve into, but I'll try to keep it short. First off, I love your show. I love your mindset and everything. Your show is awesome. Thank you for providing the content that you provide.
Thank you, Innit.
Okay, so, right. So my first comment is on Nick Cannon, and I shared your interview video that you posted. I shared that video so many times last week to make a point because like it was so hidden. Like I'm sorry, Nick is not really, he's not really there. So basically, let me put it this way: there's a history of black men and white women that goes back far, and it's obvious that Nick has not done his homework on that,
Right.
And that's why I find his comments about white women to be so high on the pedestal, so disrespectful. I mean, my name is Emmett, right? I'm named after Emmett Till. You know the story about Emmett Till, right?
Yes, of course. I talked about that in my videos.
Yeah. Emmett Till, lying white woman. The Rosewood Massacre, lying white woman. The Black Wall Street Massacre, a lying white woman, since she got caught in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? And like, and I can give you several examples of that. I'm trying not to take too much time, but basically, the way I see it, white women have been the bane of black existence, especially black men since the beginning of this country, whatever. So when you look back at history, how could you dare come out your mouth and say, "Oh, white women are dependent on success"? Are you kidding me? I mean, if you look at the history, that's just that. So I mean, I cancel Nick for that completely, whatever. And when the whole Viacom Jewish thing came out, he was correct in that black people are the original Jews, and I find it hard to believe that you can be anti-Semitic towards your own people, whatever. I mean, we're the original Jews, but whatever. Now, as far as Kanye, I'm also bipolar, so I understand where Kanye, where his mental health comes in the issue here, whatever. Because I'm prior military, so I have bipolar and PTSD. So as far as Kanye, I kind of understand how he gets distracted and how how bipolar, being bipolar can have an effect on you. It's a very exhausting disease. Like it really is. It's more than people think it is. So I give Kanye just a little bit of leeway on that, but he's still grown man and he's responsible for what he says and everything. So I think it's more so on people who love him, whether it be Kim or whoever, to bring him in and say, "Hey man, you chill out, like you need like serious help," because he's unpredictable. So he can't be believed. He shouldn't even be taken as seriously as he is right now. I believe so. Those are my general thoughts. Trying to keep it short.
Thank you. And so, all right. So you're bipolar. You take your medication. What is it that stops you from not taking your medication?
Oftentimes I'll just forget. Oh, actually, know what it is? It's you want to feel human. You want to feel like, oh, I don't need medicine just to live and everything like that. So you take your medicine for a while and you feel fine because your meds are working. So after a while, you feel like, hey, I don't need my meds anymore. You feel like you're cured until you find out, until you have a manic episode, you find out, okay, maybe I'm not cured, that there's a lot of different reasons why people take medicines. It's like a, stigma thing, and sometimes you just forget, and, there's a bunch of different reasons.
Okay. So how long have you been consistently taking your medication now? I'm just trying to get a sense for whether or not this is just going to be a back and forth thing forever. You just stop taking your medication once you start feeling good. So how long have you been consistent with it?
Consistent. Define consistent. No. Because I haven't been consistent with it, and that's been a fault of mine. To do that same thing I was just telling you about, like, when you just want to feel normal, you don't need the medicine, but you really do. And that's the thing people don't understand about bipolar disease, that there is no cure for it. It's a lifelong disease. Like, until the day I die, Kanye dies, we're going to have to deal with that. So the only thing that can make it not as crucial is taking medicine and doing other things like meditating, and there's other ways you can do to help control your bipolar impulse in your manic episodes.
Okay.
So there is no cure for being bipolar though. People don't understand that.
Okay.
Forever.
All right. So what are your thoughts on black women being called forward now to put on their capes for these two men?
I think that's. And what was crazy that I don't think they have to and everything like that. And it's like, oh, save me, black women, because I done put myself in this pit. No, but the thing is that black women are so strong and beautiful that, they're going to do it anyway. They're nurturers, and, they're matriarchs and everything. And, not all of them, not you, I know, but women are going to try to do it anyway because, some of them really do have love for black men, and they want to, they're just going to do it. So I don't think they have to. I think he should be canceled completely and everything because I don't think black women should have to do that. If they do, hey, my hat's off to them and all that, and that's just the love that they naturally have within their melanin and all that. But should they have to? No, not at all. They don't ride for nobody that don't ride for you. That's what I say.
So you
and me personally, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what? So at what point does loving another person become abusive for the self? At what point?
Let me get you. You said loving another person becomes abusive to yourself?
Yeah, at what point?
I feel with that. I feel if you compromise to the point where you're not getting what you want at all, and it's all about the other person, that could be damaging to yourself.
Okay. And so with the way things are going now, right? Do you think that the current state of relations between black men and black women in America fits that definition?
It's not unilateral. It's not as unilateral as people think it is. No, like my wife. I've been married to my wife for 15 years, and she's a black woman, not light skinned, and none of that stuff, whatever, and everything. So it's situational. I mean, you can't with a broad strokes.
I mean,
I don't think so.
If there was a ratio of 79, a ratio of 79 to 21, would you say that that's more than a pattern?
Yeah, definitely a pattern.
Okay, because only 21% of black men get married, and then in the upper echelons of that, the upper echelons of those black men are marrying non-black women. So when you look at the actual factual numbers of it all, when black men choose to get married, only 21% of them are choosing to get married, and then the ones who are making the most amount of money feel that a white woman is an upgrade, or a non-black woman or white or mixed woman is an upgrade to a black woman. So when I ask whether or not black women are in this society in the situation that you described as self-abusing through this quote unquote love, I want to know, are black, so you've been married to your wife for 15 years, but you make up the minority, only 21%. But are black men coming out in droves, making honest women of black women in this society, providing households for them that they can build wealth and be able to pass something on to the children? That's the question. So Emmett, I love you too. Thank you so much for calling in. I want to keep the call short enough to be able to get more people to call in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night and everything. I love you too, okay?
All right. All right, so the phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. So the question is, so listen, I'm happy. I'm happy for Nick. I'm happy for Kanye and the love that they found where they found it. However, once you decide to go that route, and we're happy for you, and we've already, relinquished you, when it comes time to protest and all of that, why turn back to the women that you have not created families with, and ask those women to come forward and now lay themselves on the line? You're on the air with Tonya. What's your name?
My name is Shirtasha.
Ratasha with an R?
Shirtasha, S-H-E-R.
Oh, okay. Hi, Shatasha. So you're on the air live. What are your thoughts on the conversation?
I actually agree with Mr. Emmett, who you had on the call last time. First, I want to say about Nick Cannon, I've seen the video that you posted about him, about saying that white women are a success, and I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of his mouth, but I could because, looking at who he married and, who he chose to be with, and that's fine and dandy, but why would you Why would you come out of here? I don't understand why he said what he said about, that's you basically degrading Black women. You're putting Black women down, and what we've been through, you know, not even just Black women, but Black men and Black women together. Why would you say that after we've been through so much together? You know? As far as Kanye West, I actually was thinking about the song he did. You remember when he got into that car accident and he did that song Through the Wire?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that song. Remember, I'm not a Kanye fan, but tell us.
I think it has Selena is singing on the song. But anyway, he has a verse in there, and he says something like in the nature of, and the white men get paid off of all of that. But he's a Trump supporter, you know? So I really don't believe what these rappers really say in their songs, because they flip it and they turn around and they live a whole different, completely, totally different life, you know? And then he's just lost his mind. It's honestly sad. I think he did go downhill after his mom passed, but, you know, it just seems like what he raps about and how he lives is on two different paths.
Well, you know, so somebody is saying that the lyric that you quoted is from All Falls Down, or All Falls Down, that they're saying that that's where that's
Yes.
Okay, so people are saying that Kanye was different before he got out. I don't know how to put it. He got get it outed before they get outed him.
He got outed.
Get out. They get outed him. So for those of you who don't know, Kanye put up a bunch of tweets last night talking about, we all know the movie Get Out was about my life. We're talking about himself. And so I guess he's trying to say that he's in the sunken place and these white women around him got him mesmerized and all this other stuff. So what are your thoughts on now he's in this situation with a woman that he chose to be his wife, who's the mother of all of his children, a woman who was in a sex tape, but when he left Amber Rose, he said that he had to take 1,000 showers in order to be able to be good enough for Kim. So what are your thoughts?
Did he?
Oh, you didn't hear him say that? It was disgusting.
No, I did not.
Oh, you know what? I thought everybody heard that. I might need to do a follow-up video with that. Is Amber Rose, is she part Black? Does anyone know if because I always thought that she was part Black. If she's part Black, put up a 4. If she's not, put up a 5. I want to know what you all think. If you don't know, put up a 6. If you don't know, put up a 6.
I always thought she was part Black. I did think Amber Rose was, I thought she was blacker than Mariah Carey, honestly, but I did not know that he had to take 1,000 showers to feel like he was good enough for Kim. And I think it's kind of crazy how he put himself around all those white women, and now he wants to scream out for help.
He ain't screaming out for help.
I don't get
He's trying to get some help so that they don't come lock him up at 5150 him. That's what he wants. He wants somebody to come to the ranch and save him.
I love you, Miss Tonya. I love you.
I love you too. So yeah, so he ain't asking for our help, but other Black women are coming forward asking us to help him. And I'm like, this is me.
I feel like he's screaming for help without asking for it. Whether I don't know if he really wants it or not, but his behavior is so erratic. Nobody knows what he wants or needs at this point.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just eating my popcorn.
No, I honestly, if people are coming out and saying that somebody needs to save Nick Cannon and need to save Kanye West, and I believe that those men need to stand up like grown men, and they need to save themselves because they put themselves in the predicaments that they are in.
You know what? Thank you. Thank you. I'll say
You're
this,
so
right?
welcome.
Oh no, we've already gone past the 5 minutes. So I'm gonna jump off the line and let the next caller call in. But thank you so much for calling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm working on keeping the calls around 5 minutes so that we can get more of your thoughts and opinions in. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
This is JD.
Hi JD. So talk to us. What is your opinion about what we've been talking about?
First off, I just want to say thank you for your videos. Because of your videos, me and my mom actually have deep discussions and actually understand a lot more about the way Black women, because I never understood before.
Oh really? So you never understood Black women before?
Yeah, when they get mad saying about Black women dating white women and stuff like that, I never understood it until I saw your videos and asked my mom about it, and it opens up my mind to where you guys are coming from.
Are you Black yourself? Are you biracial? What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I am Black, but I'm more of a mutt. I'm mixed with everything.
Excuse me?
So I'm mixed. I'm a mixed child.
So you're not Black.
My mom.
You're
My
mixed.
mom. Well, my mom tells me I'm Black, but I'm technically mixed.
Continue forward with your comment. Go forward. Is your mother Black or white?
She's Black.
Your mother's Black. Okay. And so your mother is telling you that you're Black, though your father is mixed.
Yeah.
Okay. And so my videos have helped open discussions between you and your mother, and you're able to understand Black women better. Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry if that sounds bad.
No, it doesn't sound bad. It's just that you know my stance on people who are multi-ethnic and people who are biracial calling themselves Black, because I think that it's important that we recognize the different parts of ourselves. And I feel like the whole one drop rule, it's not even what I feel. The one drop rule is a racist trope that was used to stop rape babies from being able to get any of their father's inheritance. So they were just automatically considered Black because whiteness was supposedly so pure.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I wasn't asked to be this way,
Right. No, nobody asked to be anything. However, it's self-loving for us to acknowledge the different parts of our ethnicities and the cultures that made us who it is that we are. That's part of self-love. And I think that far too often multi-ethnic people are encouraged to choose the side of Blackness, because in the pool of Blackness, the multi-ethnic people, because of colorism, are considered the cream of the crop, and they are not able to compete in the same way in the white pool, so they just by default go into the pool where they'd be the big fish in the little pond instead of the little fish in the big pond.
Well, I mean, I get that same issue about being, with Black people, where they tell me, oh, you're too light, and then I go with Black or white people, they tell me I'm way too Black, and I'm like, I don't care. I have a heart. I love everybody equally.
Yeah, but it's really about if you love everyone equally, right? Then there's no issue in being like, I am Irish, German, blah blah blah, and also I am Nigerian, Ghanaian, and all of these other things. I am this mix. That's what self-love looks like in terms of accepting who it is that we are and learning about the different parts, instead of just being like, oh, because I'm too dark for this or too light for that I'm just going to forget all of this. But that's not what this call is about today. We're talking about Kanye and Nick Cannon. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, for Nick Cannon, his comments on that radio show, I couldn't believe what he was saying. You can't just put out comments like that and expect not to have any repercussions.
Okay.
I mean, it makes no sense to me.
Okay, so what repercussions do you think he's faced?
Well, I mean, he can't just say comments like that and expect not to be fired or let go, and then demand the right to these shows like Wild 'N Out and Masked Singer and all that. I mean, in a real business world, he should have asked for that when he was making the contract, not after the fact.
Well, that is true. I mean, if he wanted the rights, he could have asked for that, or even when they redid the contract, or asked for the contract to be relooked at again. But when you're coming from a place of power, yes, it's much stronger when you're in a place of power. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on where the white women at?
Where the white women, I've heard that so many times, and I sit there like, every time I've heard that. White women are always putting the black guys down. So why can't we go to the black women for help? And I understand if black men y'all reject the white black women, you have no right to come for them for help, because you just rejected them and you expect them to save you. No, I don't. No.
Okay. Well, thank you. We appreciate your point of view on that. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. So now listen, there are people out there who are like, I'm black, I love my blackness, because they're biracial. Look, you could say whatever it is that you want to say. The fact that you have to holler it out is indicative enough, so that's all. Like, I had somebody write to me in my inbox, and then she was like, I'm black, and I was like, the fact that you gotta scream this out, you trying to convince me or yourself? The word black really doesn't mean anything. I think it's time that all of us got away from the labels of black and white. Those were built in hierarchical terms from the foundation of racism anyway. So you're on the air live. What's your name?
Dr. Chris, how you doing?
Hey, Dr. Chris is on the line, everyone. So you have graced us with your controversial opinion, because we already know the controversy is coming. So what is your opinion, Chris, on what we're talking about? Where the white women's at?
Right? Well, you know what? I think that both Nick Cannon and Kanye West are talking from places in which they just have some unresolved issues within themselves. Nick Cannon, to me, is looking for significance, and that's why he sees who I call beige-skinned people. I don't call them white, but that's why he sees beige-skinned people as as attractive, and he tries to associate himself with them, especially making comments like, quote unquote, black people are the original Jews and things like that, which is purely not true. And I mean, there are some, I'm sure, brown-skinned people who are Jewish, obviously, just like there are brown-skinned people who are every other race in the world. But I'm just saying that I think that just for him to say, okay, well, brown-skinned people are all brown-skinned people are Jews, it doesn't really make much sense. And then with regards to Kanye, I think his issue is just he has a disability. And just because you have a difference doesn't mean you are at a deficit, deficient or at a deficit.
What do you mean?
For example, I have like basically he can get reasonable accommodation, so he wants to run for president, and he certainly can. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, disability is a disability. It could be a mental disability, it could be a physical disability, a person who's blind. I knew a blind analytical chemist, PhD, who, as long as he, right, you know what I mean? As long as you get your accommodation, you can do anything you want to do. You can be president of the United States of America. You could be an analytical chemist. You could be a blogger or anything. The issue is he just hasn't come to terms with he's bipolar. He needs to get his either medical management or therapy management. He needs to be consistent with it. If he will do that, then he wouldn't have to be talking about on one side of the list, he's talking about how much he loves his wife and his mom-in-law, and then on the other side, he's part of Get Out, and the movie was about him. You know what I mean? Like, he would at least be able to come to terms, you know what I mean, with who he is in this life, and that he does have a difference that he needs to resolve.
Right. Okay. So Kanye is running for president. Kanye is married to Kim. Where have you seen white people coming out defending Nick and Kanye? I'm confused.
I have seen like on not necessarily defending at least Kanye. I haven't really heard about Nick Cannon. I didn't know that he said any of these things, but certainly for Kanye, I did see like on the what's that? Oh man, there's a TMZ outlet. I was looking at all the comments. I was curious to see what people were saying, and I saw many people just seem like beige skinned people, brown skinned people, and every other people in between seem to be like feeling sorry for Kanye and feeling as though like he needs, that they were saying that maybe he's mentally challenged and that he needs help,
Right.
and just more of a sympathetic side.
Has anyone seen any white woman make a video saying, listen, we need to save our boy Kanye. We need to get him together. We got to save him. Anybody seen any white women doing that?
I mean, I haven't seen any of those videos. I don't know if any other people have, but as for all I have seen is that people just seem more sympathetic. But I just think people don't really understand that he has a disability that needs to be managed.
Yeah, well, do we want to call it a disability? I mean, he's bipolar. He just has to take his medication. He just has
it's a mental disability,
right? Is it a mental disability or a chemical imbalance? Is bipolar is bipolar mental disability or a chemical imbalance?
It's both, right? So if you can have a physical disability or a mental disability. So if you have a physical disability, you need something to aid you so that you can, just like, for example, if a person needs to get into a building and they cannot use their legs and they use a wheelchair, they need the wheelchair in order to get them into the building. It doesn't mean that they can't live in that building. It just means that, you know, there needs to be a ramp or an elevator or something that'll get them to where they need to be so that they can have the right to live in that building just like anyone else. Likewise, a person with a mental disability may need medicine as well as therapy, management, or either or, whichever one they work out with their psychiatrist. So for him, I don't know what I can't diagnose him, right? But his doctor, he has to sit down with his doctor and decide how that's going to work out. Okay. And so, when you have a chemical imbalance, you need treatment, right? Just like
but I just, you know what, I don't want to get caught up on the semantics of whether or not it's a mental disability, because a disability means you are disabled. He's not disabled. He has an imbalance.
That's a mental disability.
I'm sorry?
It's a mental disability that has a chemical imbalance.
He's not mentally disabled. He has a chemical imbalance. Like once his chemicals are balanced, then his mind is sound. It's not like he will never be of sound mind. He just has a chemical imbalance that affects his rationale, judgment, impulse, and decision making. But once those chemicals are balanced, okay, I don't want to get into the semantics of it. I'll let you all argue that in the comments. We've been on for.
He cannot operate.
But is it that he cannot mentally operate, or that the chemicals are having an effect on his ability to process? It's not like this. It's not like he has a TBI, or what is it called? Traumatic. Yeah, TBI. It's not like he has a TBI. He has a chemical imbalance. But you know what? I need to do more research on it. I don't know whether it's. I don't know. Potato. But we've been on for 6 minutes, so I'm gonna let you jump off so we can take the next caller. Thank you so much for calling in, Chris. We love your support. Thank you.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
All right. All right, phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. That did not take long at all. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly. So what are your thoughts on the topic tonight? Where the white women's at?
I'm sorry?
What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Okay, well, I wanted to start off by this. I am a dark-complected female. My mother is dark and my father is dark. And I'm going somewhere with this really quickly. When I was coming up, my dad would show me, like, we would watch different TV shows, and he would point out different women who were beautiful. And the women that he pointed out would be my color or my mom's color or his color.
Okay.
So as I grew older, I found that to be beautiful. So now I have 3 sons. The irony in that is that I have one darker son, one medium-toned son, and one fair-complected son. but I have always instilled in them that they're beautiful regardless of anything. And they also see the beauty in the darker skin tone. Now, my concern about the Nick Cannon and the Kanye West situation, my thing is that the only person or the only person that can help them is an African American woman, because the white woman doesn't understand the struggles and the fight and all it takes into being not only black, not only being a black woman or being a black male. And sometimes I feel like that's why multiracial kids have so many difficulties coming up, because one of the parents can't explain to them or can't understand the fight that they have. And then that other parent has privilege that child doesn't have. And I feel like through money, they become elitist, and now they want us to come back and save them. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel about the subject.
Okay. That only a black woman can save them, but they've become elitist and now need us to save them. I kind of got lost.
No. What I'm saying is that African Americans have a struggle that's different from any other race.
Right.
And we understand that struggle, and we know that struggle, and we know the struggle of the African American man.
Right.
Okay. Now, the part about being an elitist is that, as you said before, they're in a certain bracket. They're now millionaires. I think Kanye West is at billions of dollars. And so I think that they have in their minds that they have all of this money, and this money has put them above their race, above being, above anything, like an elitist. And so now,
so are you saying we should save them or we shouldn't? I want to know.
Say it again.
Are you saying we should save them or we shouldn't?
I couldn't understand the last part. Say it again.
Should we save them or shouldn't we? I want to know your take on that.
Well, I think that they need us, but I don't think that we can, because they have to want to be saved by us. And I don't think they want us. Like if
hold on, let me wait, hold on, because we're at 4 minutes and 32 seconds. What indication have they given that they don't want us? I mean, what indication have they given us by now?
Well, just by Kanye, just by not Kanye West, but Nick Cannon's podcast, and the opinions that he had about the lighter-skinned woman and the white woman being a prize. And then the fact that Kanye was dating an African-American woman and totally dropped her for someone else who was fairer complected.
Okay.
So this is way back. So I don't even think it's really that they want us in that way. Somebody's mom failed them somewhere. Somebody's mom failed them somewhere.
At some point, we've got to stop trying to blame the mother. We're talking about grown men who have decided to, with their penis, go do what their penis wants to do, and with their wedding ring, do what they choose with the wedding ring. Because when it came time to marry someone, listen, I when I was in my 20s, right? I was in Miami, and I saw this it was like Super Bowl weekend. I saw this hunky football player barreling across the floor to get to me, and he was so fine too, and he was like pushing everybody out of the way to get to me. And I was like, you know how you try to be coy a little bit, so I just averted my gaze a little bit, and then as he was coming closer, I looked up to just bat my eyes at him, and I got pushed the hell out the way too. And I was like, whoosh, and I turned around to see where he was going, and he was going to some average looking white chick, some doughy looking pale white chick that was behind me, plain looking, right? And it was then that I realized, you know what? These are the women that they're choosing. These are the women that they're going to have to marry. These are the women that they want to have their babies and their children and be their next of kin. These are the women that they want to have be executor of their will. These are the women that they're going to want to go to the barbecue with or do the electric slide with. These are the women that they are choosing. So they better choose somebody that they want to be with, somebody that they can talk with, somebody who makes that string bean casserole just the way they like it, with extra crunchy onions on it.
Oh, it was wonderful talking to you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So when it came time to choose to go get that ring, they knew, they decided who where was the part of their mind that was like, you know what? If something happens to me, who's gonna have my back? Who's going to fight for me? If that wasn't a part of their thought process, then you have who you chose. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Fredericia.
Hi, Fredericia. So talk to us. What's your thoughts on the topic?
Well, to my understanding, when he did that podcast with Rizza Islam, he talked about he preferred to just go to the house, do his thing, and we should be appreciative of what he leaves behind. So my thoughts are, he is deciding not to choose to love not only Black women, but his whole race.
Okay.
So if Black women are going to unite and take some time and spend some time and energy for a cause, it's to better our community and better to put back into our communities and back into our race. Because he already said, point blank, he chose what he wanted to do. And it wasn't us.
Exactly. So what are your thoughts now that we're being called to boycott and do all this other stuff?
I just don't see where we're obligated to do anything like that. Like I said, if we're going to unite and have a lot of energy towards something, we need to have that energy towards development and growing our community and our race.
Okay. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. I just need you to hold on the line for a moment because I want to address someone, but I don't want the phone line to cut off, okay? I don't want the next caller to come in. So somebody said that my story has convinced them that men are not really visual, right? And I think that we're missing the key component there, because in men's minds, one of the things that they are lusting after is that womb that has the genetic coding to be able to produce less than children that are less Black than they are, who have a more European phenotype than they do. So when they're lusting visually, there's a part of them that is fibrillating on the inside because they know that this woman's womb has a genetic coding to be able to create the phenotype of women that they prefer. Remember, we were talking to a person and we were like, in the pool of black people, the biracial is king in the world of colorism, right? So these black men have that inclination on the inside. They're like, oh, well, you know what? This woman may be doughy, fluffy, and roly, right? She may be marshmallowy, right? But I know that within her is the genetic coding to be able to produce tan skinned children with looser curled hair that look more like the women that I fetishize anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? So then there's that. All right, thank you so much for giving me the grace to hold on the phone line to stop the next caller from calling in so I could express my point. Thank you. I love you.
You're welcome. Love you too.
All right, bye-bye. All right. So phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. And so that is my point. So a person will be more tolerant of a Caucasian person, just like Kanye West was more tolerant of that white girl who came up with all the attitude and everything. He was more tolerant of her than that dark-skinned black woman. When she started speaking, he was already agitated. You're on the line, and you need to turn down your other phone or whatever. So you're on the air with Tonya. What's your name?
Got it. Keisha.
Hi, Keisha. So you're on the air live. What are your thoughts on the topic that we're talking about?
So my thoughts are, I could care less about Nick or Kanye.
Okay.
They made their choices on who they want, and their choices should advocate for them.
Yes.
I feel like it's freedom of speech. I feel like Nick should be able to have his feelings on what he feel about, and it shouldn't be anti-Semitic or considered anti-Semitic. It's just an opinion, is what I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not factual. It's factual to who wants it to be factual, who wants to believe that. And if I personally want to believe that, then that's my fact and that's my truth. But he should be entitled to that. That's my opinion.
Exactly.
As far as if black women, if he expects black women to come to his defense, I feel like that's extremely ironic. You know, we're not who you chose. If you want somebody strong and to have your back, and that's not going to fold under pressure because they have that sense of entitlement, why should I get out there and fight? Then you chose what you chose.
Exactly.
As far as Kanye, I don't know much about his bipolar at all. But I feel like Kanye, I'm in the zodiac sign, so I feel like Kanye is a Gemini. So he already has that duality in his personality anyway. I think he acts out for attention. I feel like he's changed. Everybody doesn't have a strong constitution to remain the same once they become in a different, a billionaire, millionaire. They don't know who they are, so they just go with the waves, with money and, status. And he even talks different. He's extremely weird to me, and I don't think it has anything to do with being bipolar.
Okay, well, you know what? Nobody here has officially done a DSM-5 analysis of him. So we can only go by what it is that he said. And I believe he said that he's bipolar. So I don't know. From what I saw of him on that stage crying, something doesn't look like it's connecting all the way together. And somebody in the comments said that black men want to have children or daughters who have the phenotype of the ladies that they're attracted to, and she's creeped out by that. But that it's
no, I totally agree with that.
And you know what? And the unfortunate part about it is this, right? The unfortunate part about it is that they like that phenotype of the, you know, the toasted colored skin, the sun-kissed colored
Yes.
skin, the looser wave pattern here, and they want to produce these pretty little daughters because, you know, like if you like out of all of, let's do another survey. The survey numbers are going to be 7 and 8. Okay. So if you have seen a black man come forward with those cute videos, you know, the cute videos where they're dancing, or he's doing her hair, doing this and that. If the daughters that you have seen him doing that with are the mixed phenotype daughters, put up the number 7. If you have seen Negroid fathers doing that with their Negroid daughters, put up the number 8. So those are the numbers, and we're just going to see, because I've seen both videos, but I want to see which one you've seen more. So only vote once, please. Put up the 7 if you've seen them with the mixed daughters. Put up the 8 if you've seen them with the Negroid daughters. Look at the numbers are coming in. Because it's like they want to make those videos then. It's kind of like the woman, somebody saying more 8. You haven't been on the same internet that the rest of us have been on, because out of all of the videos that I've seen of black men with their daughters, I would say 99.999% of them have been the mixed phenotype. I've only seen 1 or 2 with the Negroid daughters. Only 1 or 2.
I think with most of them, you're definitely on to something with that. And I think with most of them, they're not even aware. It's a subconscious thing with them.
But it's kind of
something
like,
that's
it's kind of like with the women once they get married, and then all of a sudden their Facebook banner is like, or their Facebook banner is their wedding photo with the veil, and they got their husband in their banner and all this, that, and other, because they're like, I made it, mama, I made it. And so when they get that little mixed daughter, they're like, we made it, because they feel, because it seems as if they feel that that's the preferred look for a black woman. So they want to make sure that they try to consider their children black. So they're like, oh, my daughter is black. This is the look for a black woman, right? But then they have sons.
It's very sad.
How many, you know, let's do another survey. If you have seen these same fathers, so the numbers are going to be 9 and 10 for the next survey. If you have seen black fathers doing the cute videos with their mixed sons, put up the number 9. If you've seen the black fathers doing it with their Negroid sons, put up a 10. All right, so I want to see the numbers 9 and 10. If you've seen them with the with their mixed sons, or if you've seen them with their Negroid sons, or if you haven't seen fathers doing these cute videos with their sons, put up an 11. If you haven't seen any of them doing videos with their sons, put up an 11. All right. So look at the numbers coming in. Most of the people are putting up 10. Because these men, they want to show off these mixed daughters. They want to show off the mixed phenotype. Oh, look at this pretty little daughter I got. Look at pretty. Yeah. She's so pretty. Her hair. Look at it. She's so pretty.
They are psychologically warped from, I don't get it. My son personally, he likes women with very short hair and he respects women that is proud enough to wear their natural hair. Okay. He's like, cut it off. I don't even care. You know, and he doesn't like people that wear wigs and weaves. And although I do that sometimes, you know, I switch up however I want to look. But his preference would be a more natural black woman. And he doesn't prefer fair-skinned women. I'm medium brown. I'm about your color, Tonya.
Okay. All right. All right. You know what? I hate to jump off, but we've been on for 8, so we've actually gone over. But I appreciate everything
Thank
that you stated.
you.
So thank you
Thank
so
you. Love
much.
you, Tanya.
Love you
Yes, you're
too.
great.
Thank you. Okay, so the phone lines are open, and people are saying they want their sons to be dark because darkness is manly. Darkness is potent. Darkness is strong, but they want their daughters to be mixed. So when they have these mixed sons, you don't see them in the video doing the kid and play with the and then clipping the foot and then going back. You don't see them doing it. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
My name is Janice.
Hi, Janice. Make sure you turn on your computer in the background. There's some feedback.
Okay, I turned it down. Can you hear me pretty well?
Yeah, so I just need you to talk to me through the phone, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what are your thoughts about the topic that we're talking about tonight?
Well, first of all, Tonya, let me say I am so happy to have reached you. I saw Nick's original video with Riza Islam. I saw that original one, and then all the ish hit the fan. I have to catch my breath right now. First of all, because I'm so excited to be speaking with you. But honey, when stuff hit the fan, he took that original video down. Yours was the only one that was still up, and I recorded yours on my little cell phone. I tried to reach you to let you know. I posted on your page. I was like, Tonya, he took it down. He took it down. Did you see that? I'm sure you've been very busy.
I did that. Oh, so you know what? I'm going to have to do a whole podcast about that because I didn't know he took it down. I didn't know
he took it down as soon as all that stuff hit the fan. And his original video was over a year old, right?
Wait, but
that's why when I just saw you on Facebook and how buoyant and excited you were, I knew a couple things. It looked like, to me, I know you felt the pain of what he said. And when all of this stuff started to fall out and he got fired, and then that video that you preserved for receipts, honey, because like one of your earlier callers said, she said, she posted that she actually tried to school some people to what Nick was really all about based on your video. Well, because you had recorded the original video. But girl, your eye rolling had me on the floor. I was like, I need a drink to even sit here and watch her because she is feeling everything that I'm feeling. But I just want to say that it is really about, and something your other caller said, it's really now about turning away from this. It's good to know what's going on, but we need to build up the Black family. The Black family, Black man, Black woman, Black children, and put our energy into that. That way, and another caller said something about us sisters, building our community, bettering ourselves, understanding our men a little bit better. I was talking to someone the other day. I told him, honey, I was looking at those little skinny professional beach volleyball girls. You know how they wear a little bikini? I said, put some sisters in a beach volleyball game and see the ratings and see the money that we can generate for our community. So I'm just so excited to have contacted you. I love you. I love what you're doing. So you blessed us all by preserving that video because Nick snatched it off, sister.
Did he take it down or did Viacom? Hello?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did he take it down or did Viacom take it down? Like, are all of his videos down or just that one?
I have no idea because what it says, if you try to go there, let me turn this back down. If you try to go to his podcast on YouTube, it tells you that content is restricted. So I don't know if Viacom own his
content or just that
YouTube,
one video?
Podcast.
All of his videos are down or just that one video?
Just that one,
okay,
sister.
Just
that one. I thought the timing of it was really extraordinary.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you jump off. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Oops, I disconnected. All of the feedback was really kind of, it was a lot behind the scenes. All right, if you call, make sure that you're calling with your number unblocked. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Oh my God, I can't believe it. This is Cerebral.
Hey, Cerebral, you made it through.
Yes, how are you?
You know, I'm okay. There was something the last caller said that I wanted to be able to expound upon. So if you could just give me a few seconds to just expound upon this.
Okay.
She said that we need to preserve the Black family and that Black women need to be, you know, pushing for Black families. And I think that women are socialized. I feel like women are socialized to want families. Women are socialized to want to settle down. But how are we socializing our Black boys? The Black boys are being socialized to hit it and quit it, beat up as many vaginas as
Yes.
they can, never settle down.
Yes.
And so when we start telling women that we need to preserve the Black family, we can't do this on our own. We're being sent like lambs out to the slaughter.
Yes. I talked about the Nick Cannon situation on my channel. I had used your clip because I couldn't find the original one. I had shouted you out about, you know, using the clip of what he said. And when I just heard this lady, I got so upset because I tell women on my channel, I've said it before, it's always the Black woman who feels you have to say something. I'm trying not to curse on your channel, but she needs to stop. You cannot make a man love you. They are not marrying Black women at large, the 77% out of wedlock. I'm so tired of hearing this crap. Just like you said, you cannot, I have a video called Let the Black Man Fall. Let his ass do what he's continuing to do. Let him sleep with who he wants to sleep with. He's not going anywhere. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. They complain about Black women, so just stay out of it. Let them do what they want to do. Stop waiting on them. Date other types of men, including Black if you want to. You're not going to fix a damn thing or save nothing. Black women, you've been saying this crap forever. The results are in. They don't want to build with you. They're not doing a damn thing. Let it go. Also, when you talked about earlier the Black man, yes, about Nick, what he said about the white woman being a status symbol and Kanye, you know what? This problem is not just here. I had women from Africa call my show. From North Africa, West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, all of them said the colorism is bad. It's the same thing in Brazil. The women that some Black women will think, oh, this is the preferred looking type, this Brazilian, but they're considered Black in Brazil. The Black Brazilian men don't want them either in Brazil. I'm going to talk about that later. Then you have the women in Africa who called in saying that they treat them the same way in America, in Europe, in England.
But you know, but Africa, hold on. Africa's a continent though. So which countries are we talking about in Africa?
I had women call from South Africa, Nigeria.
Okay.
A Sudanese lady.
Okay. And so South Africa, I can understand in a place where they had apartheid. So you said Nigeria and Sudanese women as well? That they were colorist? Ain't no white people out there. Who they gonna be colorist against?
Yeah. Well, I asked them, I said, pro-Black people who say that it's colonization, they all told me, no, it's not that. They said this existed before white men even came there, that it's always been there. And one of the ladies, she's Sudanese, she lives in Finland, and she said all of them have overweight white women. And in the Sudan, sometimes they discriminate against the very dark Sudanese women and, you know, the religious issues and stuff. But a lot of people were amazed because to hear these African women from different parts of Africa saying these men is just as bad as America over here.
That's so
And then when I
strange
researched about
because,
Brazil, how the women
well,
aren't getting
Brazil,
married in Brazil because they
Brazil,
all
I
got
can
white women.
understand. Brazil, I can understand because there was colorism in Brazil. Brazil was a conquered land. You know, if so, 70% of the black people who were trafficked from Africa were trafficked into Brazil. So, like, America really only got a small percentage. So, most of the trafficked Africans were trafficked into Brazil. So, I can understand colorism existing in Brazil because once the white people left and they were able to take the census, the majority of people did not claim themselves as black on the census. So I can
But
understand that, but I'm having a difficult time understanding that a Sudanese man would not like a dark-skinned Sudanese woman because I thought or most Sudanese were dark-skinned, tall and thin. That's what I think of in my
no,
mind.
they're not. They
Really?
all different skin. They all different skin complexions. The southern ones are very dark, like Alec Wet. She said to me they do get married there, but they do have colorism there. And she's in Finland, and she said the Sudanese men in Finland are all with big fat white women, and they consider them. They look at them like they're their sisters. She said, not in a romantic way. And as far as Brazil, the women that look like Nicole Murphy, that American black women, the black men prefer women that look like that. But over in Brazil, even though they might look really mixed up, they're still too black for the Brazilian men, and the white woman is still top choice. So, but I'm gonna keep it short. The black men, no matter where they are at, they have a problem. The African women said they don't know where it came from, but they have a problem. I don't have problems getting a man not black. A lot of them like me that's not black. I'm not going to kiss the black man's butt, and neither should black women. Stop trying to save them. Stop worrying about them. They want to die? Let them die then. Shit. They don't want to, the whole securing the black gene, they don't give a damn, so why should I? Go ahead. Have your kids. Do whatever you got to do. I don't have to have you, and black women need to stop crying and whining and trying to save their ass. I don't feel sorry for Nick Cannon not one bit, since the white woman represents status. But yet the white man's your oppressor, but yet his woman represents status. That's because she's the white man's counterpart. So now you feel like you're doing something because you have low self-esteem. So go ahead, black man and Nick Cannon. I don't give not one damn. So thank you, Tonya, because I got to finish cleaning. I just wanted to call in and talk to you.
Now hold on for a moment before you try to jump away, Cerebral, because I have questions. So you said if they want to die, let them go die. Who was talking about death? Where did that come into the convo?
Okay, what I meant genetic death. You know when the topic they're breeding out type of stuff. That's what I meant. But even with them shooting each other, they don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I have freed myself. I don't worry about saving no black community that's not there. It's a done deal with them. And they don't give a damn about the black woman. Black women need to wake up. So give them the same energy. If you have children, raise them the best you can. But
so I take it you don't have boys in the family.
Okay.
You don't. Is that a true statement?
Hold on. Do I have?
You don't have boys in the family, black boys.
I have black family members, and they are ratchet as shit. Most of them. I hate to say it. I would not date most of the men in my own damn family.
Okay.
And their mothers tried. I see it all the time. Black women who have told their sons, stay in the house, stop going out on the street, stop hanging out with these bad men, and they just won't listen. You can whoop them, they still don't listen. Even when some of them are fathers, they still don't listen. I mean, I'm not going to say some women couldn't try to do a better job, but damn it.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We went over the time. We had 8 minutes and 48 seconds. So thank you so much for calling in, my dear.
Thank you, Tonya, and I'll call again. And there are some decent black men. I said that on my channel, because some of them think I hate the crap out of them. It's just I'm giving them the same energy they give black women. They don't want to protect. They want to stay silent. But when they get in trouble, we got to jump up, take bullets for them. These women are out their damn mind. Black women are killed every 19 hours. They don't give a... Have you seen them trying to burn stuff up over the black women raped and killed every damn week? No, they don't do it.
Right. You know, there was one thing that you said. You said that you said that the white man is the oppressor, but the white woman is seen as the prize, right? And I wanted to just follow up on that real quick, right? Because men are competitive, right? And for some men, because I've talked to them about it, for some men, they consider it an act of conquering to be like, yeah, well, I gave your woman my penis, right? So when it comes to the white woman, they're like, yeah, I've conquered, I have planted my flag in your land, okay, right? So what are your thoughts on that? On the act of dominating the white woman being a direct rebellion to the white man?
They are idiots. You're not dominating a damn thing. Men in other nations know the money is how you dominate. You're not building anything. You can make all the half-black babies all you want. The so-called oppressor, I don't call them the oppressor. I like living in America. But they're the ones yelling this all the time. You haven't built a damn thing, black man. You're not winning anything. I don't care how many of these women you impregnate. You haven't built anything. You don't have your own currency. You didn't build a nation within a nation. You refuse to leave your so-called oppressor. They don't have any power economically, and that's how men compete. And until they understand that, which they probably won't no time soon, they will stay at the bottom.
Okay, because I thought I did hear you call the white man the oppressor earlier. So
Oh no, that's what I said. Nick said that the black men, they say that's the oppressor, but then he'll get on his show. Oh, well, it meant status to us. I'm like, you're the only fool. You'll get millions of dollars, and all of a sudden, okay, you slept with a white woman, but then you marry them and put them in mansions, and then y'all same black men will turn around. Why is the black community the way it is? Look what the white man did. Y'all don't even work with other black men or build a damn thing. You are the only ones proud to say, I gave all my resources to my so-called oppressor's woman. Get the hell out of here. They are retarded at large, and that's another reason why so many ain't taking them seriously and are turned off by them. How can a man that thinks like this rule and lead a damn thing? The black women got more sense than them.
Oh my. It's too bad my fan ain't near me right now because, woo! All right, sister. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
I'm very passionate.
All right, thank you. We've gone way over. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Tonya. And Tonya, check out my channel. It's Cerebral.
I hear you, Mama. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right, phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. Where's my admins? Admins, I need you to post the phone number. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Oh, hi. My name is Antoinette. I'm so happy I got in because I was going to give up.
Oh, I'm so glad you kept talking because at first I thought it was a prank call.
No.
Because your voice sounds so babyish, Antoinette. You have a little baby voice.
So yeah, I wanted to call in because it was a few things that I've heard and people were like posting. I remember, I'm sure you saw the baller alert with Candace from the Real Housewives posting about Kanye West. Did you see that?
You know what? I did see that. I did. I'm sorry. My backside is, I've been sitting too long. All right, go ahead. I saw it.
Okay. So she was putting the blame everything on Kim. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because she's saying that black women need to come and save him. Like, she completely put all the blame on Kim and left it where that man has to take no accountability.
Did she say the black woman need to come and save him? Or did she say Kim need to come and save him? Wait, I missed the part where she said black women need to save him. What?
Yeah, well, she was saying black women need to help him and his wife should be doing this. She was basically putting the blame all on Kim. But I'm like, he got to take accountability for his own actions. Because when he started dating Kim, supposedly, this is what Amber Rose said, he was texting Kim and they had these sexual texts. And so Amber Rose was mad at Kim because of that. That's when he was saying, and I didn't even know that he said that about Amber Rose, talking about he had to take 100 baths or showers or some bullshit, sorry, stuff like that. But that sounds ridiculous. But yeah, but
you know what? I'm so glad that you said that, because I'm gonna need to I need to get that clip, because he sure did say that. And when I heard that, I was like, that's real messed up. That's because
if you do a little episode or something on that, that would be cool. But I didn't even know he said that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now back to the Amber Rose. Okay, Amber Rose is half white, half black. Her mom is black. Dad is white. I follow her on Instagram. She posted about her dad. Now, to me, a mixed person who is half black is black automatically to me, because that's the dominant gene.
No.
And all black people are mixed, because we all mixed mostly with like white or Native American or something like that. So I just think it's ridiculous for them to go around saying I'm mixed when it's obvious because y'all look a little different, but basically y'all black. And I really hate when it's the mixed female. I always hear and see this. They will stop you like, oh no, I'm not black, I'm mixed, and they think they're better than the average black girl. That's just the most irritating thing to me. But to me, they black. Simple as that, because black is the dominant gene.
Well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that, because you already know my feeling on it. A biracial person is not black. They're not black. And you know what?
A black girl. I see some white people darker than me, and I'm not
it's not about the skin tone. Being black is not even about. It's not about the color of the skin. That's not what being black is. You know, first of all, a white woman's womb cannot produce a black child. Let's just cut that out, the case right there. And Amber Rose, when I looked into Amber Rose's background, she was not biracial. She's like very, like there's maybe some black in there, but it's so minuscule. Like, it's very, very minuscule.
Well, her mom is actually black. I was trying to post a picture on there on the YouTube, the live chat, but I don't know how to do that.
They don't do that
on
YouTube. Yeah, you know what? I need to look into it again, because I remember when I looked into it, I was like, because when I looked into it, I originally thought Amber Rose was part black, but when I looked into it, I was like, wait a minute, where does the black show up in here? But
well, I'm looking at her features. So looking at her features, even like with Mariah Carey, looking at the features, if I see thick lips, broad nose, that's black. So I don't care how light your skin is, or how slightly curly your hair is.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a point of contention for many people, because it actually doesn't serve black people like it did before, because black women were largely raped by white men, and so they had to take on the children as being a part of, because the father wouldn't claim them. But now we've gotten to a point where we need to allow people to be like, yes, I'm mixed, without feeling animosity towards them, because listen, as a matter of fact, it behooves us to have biracial people claim their other side, so that they could then be able to have access to the resources from the other side and be able to bridge different gaps, instead of just being like, I'm the king of blacks because I got the Euro phenotype,
Well, yeah, they should always have resources on the side if one of their parents is white. I don't even have a problem if they say they're mixed. It's not like I become hostile, but I just noticed that they say it in a way, and then how they talk is like, I'm better than the average black woman. So that's what really irritates me, because I partially grew up, I'm from Chicago, but I partially grew up in Ohio high school, and I was around a whole bunch of mixed kids. And it was like a hierarchy, whereas it was the white girl, then it was like the other, then it was the mixed girl, then it was the light-skinned black girl, then the brown-skinned, then the dark-skinned black, all the way at the bottom. And you can feel that. Like, I literally had this black mixed person didn't tell me this, but told a friend of mine this, and I told her, don't even come up to him. He does not like black women. I know this, and she thought I was hating. But she goes up to this mixed biracial man in college, and she's like, oh, I want to talk to you. She's just trying to holler and whatever. And so he looked at her and like, oh, I don't date black women. Like, he said something intelligent. I'm just like, these black men in Ohio, their mind are just gone. And I know it's just not Ohio, but I haven't experienced such self-hate until I lived there.
There's a lot of just brainwashing in our community. And we're up to 7 minutes right now, so I'm going to have to let you jump off so we can grab the next caller because time is running down now. Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye.
All right, we got time for 4 more callers because each call is around 5 minutes, and we have 20 minutes left on the broadcast. So you're on the air live. What's your name?
My name, oh, sorry, let me get away from the computer. My name in the room is Choco Cat, but I'm CJ. I do want to chime in on the conversation.
Okay, great. So what are your thoughts so far on what we're talking about? Where the white women's at?
Well, I want to kind of piggyback on the previous caller. It kind of fits me when I do hear black women trying to claim mixed race people as black, and it has nothing to do with complexion. And like a previous caller said, Tonya, I was married to a Nigerian. I lived in Nigeria 1 year. I went there and I saw the colorism, but there's futurism too. So I was this light complexion woman with hazel eyes, but I still had big nose and big lips compared to a Nigerian. And they looked at me and say, oh, your nose is so broad. I'm like, what? So it is there all over the globe. But with, yeah, so there's futurism too, and I have the tight 4C hair, you know, as well. So it really is there, even in West Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about with the Kanye West and with the Nick Cannon. If they prefer women of the other society, well, those women should be there for them. We're always trying to save these black men that don't want to be saved, that don't want us. They did whatever they could do to get away from us. So why are we concerned? Why are we concerned of Kanye if he is bipolar and not getting medication? Why is that our concern?
I mean, he's still human. God dang. He's still a human being.
But he is a married man with a wife, and if she's not concerned, and maybe she is concerned.
Didn't you hear Kanye said his wife was on her way to Wisconsin, or where is he now? Wyoming? His wife was on her way with the doctors to come lock him up. That's when he started saying the movie Get Out was about him.
No, don't believe that, because a judge could sign for him to be court ordered to be, you know, I'm not sure where you come. I'm from Florida. We call it Baker Act. And it doesn't take but 30, 40 minutes to get that done. So, no, she wasn't trying to do anything. She's just building a case against him. Everything he wrote is just evidence. She's going to use that in court when it's time to move on. They say he is not stable, he can't be around the children, and I need my money.
Oops. Well. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. You have a great evening.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. We're wrapping up in time, so if you were thinking about calling, you better call in now because we're coming down to the wire. To the wire. I need you to turn down your computer. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
Hi, Tonya. My name is Che.
Hi, Che. So, talk to us. What are your thoughts about the topic? Where the white women's at?
Oh my God, I don't know where they are, honey. Let me tell you, I have been listening. First of all, I love your show.
Thank you.
I just think that, you know, we've seen time after time, black men needing us to come to their rescue. Think about OJ. Nobody brought that up. Remember OJ?
Oh, yes,
we
let's
all
talk about
had
OJ.
to come to his rescue when he got in trouble.
Yes.
And so, you know, I remember I just gave up on the brothers a long time ago. I mean, a long, long time ago. And I remember, well, which I'm trying to come back. I prefer a black man, but I want who wants me.
Okay.
And I decided a long time ago that they don't want us, right? So when I started dating outside of my race, I remember once I was out having dinner with the guy that I was dating, and he happened to be white.
Okay.
And the looks I got from the brothers, they looked at me like they wanted to kill me.
Wow.
And I just looked at them like, bring it, I dare you.
Oh, all of that? Just going out on a dog
I mean,
on date?
It was kind of like that. Yeah, this was quite a few years ago. I did feel that way.
Oh, wow. So you was over there speaking a whole conversation with your eyes with other people.
Yeah, definitely, because I was like, how dare them? Because we have to take it when they're with women out, of other races, and just look at them and smile and move on as if we're not concerned about it. Because I used to get upset about it, and I don't get upset anymore. I just say, whatever they want, let them have it.
Okay. All right. All right.
So that's my 2 cents. But I will say this, though. Nick Cannon is a clown. I don't like him very much. But I do like Kanye, and I just think Kanye has a lot of issues. I don't know, I may be the only one on here, but I really do like Kanye, and I wish he would get it together. Basically that's all I have to say about him.
Well, the way he snapped on that dark-skinned black woman at his rally yesterday, I'm done with Kanye. There's nothing, I have nothing for him. Because when the white woman came up and was all aggressive with him, he ended the combo with hugs. He was addressing her, man to woman. The black woman he turned his back on, wasn't answering her questions, and then hollered out at her. This mega star, this billionaire, hollered at a dark-skinned black woman at his rally. And I got nothing left for him. I got nothing. I'm vacant for him.
You know what? And I haven't seen that, so I will go and take a look at that. I really haven't seen that. So if it's what you say, I'll have to take that into consideration.
Right. I might have to put something together for you all to take a look at, because I got nothing left for him. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. All right. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
Same here. All right. So phone lines are open. Have your point that you want to get across right there at the top of your mind, and let's get it. You're on the air with Tonya. What's your name?
Hello?
Yes, hi. What's your name?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's so weird because I think there's a delay. This is Abner Cassie. How are you doing?
Yeah, I need you to turn down your computer. Just talk to me through the phone.
Oh, everything is turned off. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right. So talk to us. What are your thoughts on what we?
Okay. So basically, I just pretty much wanted to chime in on. I think that it's important for us to separate Kanye's mental issues from his personal views.
Okay.
And from having some experience with people who are bipolar, the way that he's verbalizing his personal views when he's having a manic episode is in a manic, disorganized way because he's having a manic episode. Okay. But those are still his views.
Okay.
And I just think, and as for me, I'm not putting the cape on for him because I don't really listen to Kanye's music and don't pay much attention to him because I see him as disrespectful. And I really didn't appreciate the Harriet Tubman comment at all.
Oh, no.
And so for me, I'm like, that's our ancestor, that's our heroine. So I used a lot of expletives on my social media about it. And I will never be Team Kanye, and I could care less. And I feel like the black men in his circle who are around him should comfort him and support him if that's what he needs. And that the non-black women that he adores should come and help him. And that we should ether him if his name comes up in a conversation. Oh. And that's how I feel about him.
We should ether him?
I don't have anything for him. Oh, yeah. For me, I don't have anything from him. Peel back the Band-Aid and throw on hot sauce. I'm not impressed.
All right.
I'm not impressed with him at all. And then now Nick Cannon played too much. Nick Cannon, I also don't pay that much attention to Nick Cannon. And I feel like Nick Cannon said what he said in regard to the Jewish community. He's a very rich man. He's navigated circles that some of us will never be in and been in rooms that some of us would never be in. So I feel like
Let those people deal with him on that issue. I have nothing, I don't feel like anything he said is a benefit to my household or my family or my community directly. I don't feel like he's doing anything before or after the situation to benefit. So no, there's no cape on for either of those two. And if anything, like I said, Kanye West get all my sauce. I don't pay that much attention to Nick Cannon, but I don't appreciate how Kanye treated the sister at that event and how he talked about Harriet Tubman. That's a no-no for me.
Okay. All right.
And,
you know
then
what?
just, now I know you have to go. I just want to say one last thing.
Okay.
I'm going to try to call in another time because I do live in Ghana for the last 3 years and off and on. And I want to say I'm Team Passport. I love black men. I know we have some problems. Ladies, don't give up. And I know there's been a lot of things said from different people. I was in Nigeria and this happened, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sorry that happened to you. But dark skin, white teeth, I'm Team Black Man all day. Get a passport, ladies. The game is not over.
So,
that's all I got to say.
What is dating like out there in Ghana?
Oh, let me tell you. Okay, I'm married. But so for me, I guess I'm off the market, but I will say this. I have a family member who is a 40-teen-year-old. That's what I call out my friends and family that come. I give them a teen on their name. But so I got some 30-teen-year-olds that's coming, 40-teen-year-olds, 50-teen-year-olds. And let me tell you, one cousin came out and she had a ball. She was dating what she calls high-caliber men. They were coming to pick her up in all kind of nice cars, and it's not really just about the money that they make or whatever, but it was the quality of the dating. They come, my husband talks to them, he says yes or no kind of, because he checks them out. Is this guy reputable? Who's your family? And they come, they bring a gift, bring a gift to the house sometimes, bring me a little gift. I'm like, what? Where was this when we were dating? But anyway, and they court her, and if they want to have an interest in marriage, they approach our family, and we deal with it with Ghanaian culture. So it's been, dating. I would say for Black women, I can't speak on all the countries in Africa, but Ghana is lit. Accra is lit. Last year was off the hook. I'm Melanin Effect in the chat. But I'm also on, I don't know. Anyway, I'll come back because I invite people to my home, and so people can come to my home, and I can help you navigate Ghana. It's a lot of sisters are having a ball out there. That's all I'm saying.
Which part of Ghana?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Which part of Ghana are you in?
I'm in Accra. And I live in an area. It's near Syntex. It's called Community 18. But last year was the year of return, so there was a lot of celebrities there. That's not really my thing. But Ghana's the kind of place where
which
you can find your own.
Which part of Accra are you in? Are you near Laboni? Where are you at?
Oh, okay. Like Labadi Beach. Labadi Beach is a little distance from me, but I can get to the beach in like 15 minutes from where I am.
Okay.
I can. We can, you can Uber. Ghana's, pretty safe.
So I just love it. 15 minutes from the beach. That's Lagone then. You're in Lagone?
No, I'm not in East Lagone. East Lagone is it's sort of having a renaissance. It's a really nice area. It's upscale. And it's a place where you'll see all the pictures, the pictures you see online of everybody turning up life there is really hot. So that's where you see everybody like really partying and enjoying themselves. And I'll come back. I'll try to come back. Like I said, I don't want to take over your show with that.
Okay.
But I do want to encourage my sisters that please come and travel. Please don't give up on Black men. They're out there.
Hit me up on my website. Okay, hit me up on my website, TonyaTKO.com. Send me a message, all right?
Okay, I'll hit you up. We need to talk, sis. Take care.
All right, then. Bye-bye.
All right, go ahead.
All right, phone lines are, that's it right there. I'll see if we could take one last phone call, but it has to be a quick call, and then we're going to jump in and jump out because we only have 7 minutes left on the broadcast. I want to thank everyone for calling in. All right, you're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name? What's your name? Hello?
Leisha?
Yes, hi, you're on the air live. So, your name is Leisha?
Yes.
All right, so what's your comment about what we're talking about?
Honestly, this whole thing with Kanye right now, it's been so crazy. I've hated getting on any type of social media because I know somewhere some Black man is saying something to the face-side culture, and it's kind of pissing me off because I'm not saying Candace Owens has already been disowned from the whole black culture, but Kanye and Nick are just doing a good job of like not standing firm in what they believe.
What do you mean?
It's like, oh, you want?
What do you mean?
It's like at the beginning, I felt like Kanye was really about the whole black culture and making it better and making it richer. You know, being there for it, and then it's only about what your image is. It's only about making money. Now it's only business. It's not music. It's just not where I supported you.
Okay.
But that's where you're at now. And Nick Cannon has never been. Nick Cannon has only ever been for money. So I'm not really surprised that he apologized when things got taken away from him.
Yeah, no,
he's
that's
always
right.
been to me like a kid. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you can put him in a tour, now I'll act right. And I'm like, that's not even being an adult. That's not being, I'm not going to say, I can't say if somebody is a man or not.
Right.
But that's not him being an adult at all.
Right. Got you.
It's really aggravating to see, like, those are the people who get to show face for our culture. Instead of it being someone with intelligence being able to speak on something, it's always people who are like, oh, I'm wishy-washy. Like,
I mean, but let me ask you this question. How far is a person going to be able to advance if they're not about the agenda? You know, how far are they really going to make it into Hollywood if they're not about the agenda?
You mean other people?
Us, black people. How far can you make it into Hollywood if you're not about the agenda?
You know, it's crazy because I don't think I can answer that. I really don't think, because I don't think that at a certain level it's a matter of support.
What do you mean?
It's a matter of people are going to rally behind you. Like, are people going to consistently support you when you stand on your own feet? Like, would people have boycotted for Nick Cannon if he didn't apologize? Would we have gone hard for him to help him stand up? Like,
why would we? Why would we though?
That's my point.
What has Nick Cannon done for the culture?
You got so far by being
He better go right over there and put on his tap dancing shoes for White Daddy and jump down on his knees and beg for forgiveness from the people who give him his money. Of course, that's what he needs to go do, because he ain't coming to the barbecue and we don't have his back.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. It's like, if you're going to stand on your own at the beginning, you should just stand on your own. Like, you stand by your principles.
Exactly. All right. So you know what? You are the last caller.
I just want to tell you how wonderful you are. I love you on my self-care journey right now. I've been really like...
My book yet?
Yes, I haven't actually. It's actually right on my bed right now, because I like to read different parts of my boyfriend when he does that whole self-hate thing. And it's like he's insecure, so it's hard for him to really grasp it. And I like to read things to him so he can just feel it. You know, I'm like, this is what helped me. Like, maybe it'll help you. Maybe you should. Make you smile when you look at yourself in the mirror, and it makes you happy to wake up every day.
Yeah, but you have to, he needs to write them down. He got to write down his affirmations. He got to repeat them to himself and let it sink into his subconscious.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I could get him on the same road I'm on.
Well, next call we'll be hearing about how you're single. So thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. All right, and that's the last call of the evening. We have 2 minutes left to the broadcast. And this right here is the Book of Affirmations, Self-Love. It is available right now on Amazon. My videos are powered by the people. They're powered by you. Thank you so much to everyone who has contributed to my monthly subscribership. So if you go to my website, TonyaTKO.com, and click on the podcast link, there's an area there for you to be able to contribute monthly to the broadcast. You can give as little as 99 cents all the way up to $19.99. When you participate at the $19.99 level, you get a chance to have your audio submitted into the podcast. And this right here is available on Amazon. If you go to Amazon.com and you search for Tonya TKO, Self-Love, if you just type in Tonya TKO, it'll come up and you'll see it right there. So she asked, how far can a person get? How far can a person, are we supporting Nick Cannon? Are you supporting the content creators that you love? make sure that you get the book. Make sure that you contribute to my broadcast monthly. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for coming out. Tonya TKO and I'm out. Go out there and love one another, but most importantly, what? Love yourself. And come over to TonyaTKO.com and you can sign up on my mailing list on the front page, or you can just go to TonyaTKO.com/subscribe and do it that way. All right? Peace.